Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of SlickTopia. My name is Slick and this is a series where we're playing Tango Tech's TekTopia mod with a few other mods thrown in for fun. So in the last episode we took down the big bad Chaos Guardian. That was a crazy fight, and it is a fight that I'm going to have to take on again, probably multiple times in the future, because we need to get our hands on more of these bad boys right here, these Chaos Shards. Yeah. Let's take a look and see what we can do with these. So there's only two things we can make right now. Number one is the Chaotic Core, and number two is the Draconic Reactor Core. Now, I've never built the Draconic Reactor, and it's definitely not something I'm trying to do today. But these Chaotic Cores we're going to need a lot of, because we need them for lots of upgrades. If you look through this list, you can see basically every item that we want to upgrade to the next level, including our crafting injectors, is going to take these chaotic cores. So over the course of time, we're going to need lots of these chaos shards. But today, what we need to do is establish a better storage system for our power. If we look, I made these capacitor banks like a long time ago, many episodes back, and we've got one in the nuclear reactor also. So this is currently our energy storage. So if we look, we're storing, what is that, 150 million RF, and that's not really a lot, because if we look at how much these use to make the crafting core, that's 800 million. Yeah, so we'd have to fill this thing up numerous times. So we need better power storage. We've got a bunch here. I don't know how many zeros that is. 100 million, I think. So yeah, between the two of those, that's not very much. So we're gonna have to build a new system. So I'm going to start gathering some materials, and then let's get to work. A few seconds later for you, several hours for me, and now we have all of the materials we need to get going with this energy core setup. So I've been looking around trying to figure out where I want to put this thing, and I just feel like it needs to be seen. You know, I thought that maybe the villagers might be a little upset having this big crazy looking thing out here, but so I thought about burying it. But I think that what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna move this solar array and put it right on top of our mad scientist laboratory. So this bad boy hasn't seen a facelift since we built it, and I think it's about time to make this happen. So let's get to work. All right, so I've taken down the solar array, and I believe that this is where the center point needs to be for our energy core. What's really cool is it's got this build guide that you can set up, and it tells you exactly where to place all of the blocks. Plus, it's really cool to just go like this. Yeah, this is fun. All right, so let's get going. That is a big crazy ball of draconium and redstone. And I mathed perfectly, which is always a good thing. Let's go down here and grab a little bit of dirt real fast, because I'm going to need it to put these stabilizer dealios on. And I don't think they need to be that far away. I think we can get away with just being this far. So let's put these guys on like this. Hey, down here. Yeah. On all four sides. And we are making progress. So all four of these energy core stabilizers are on. Now we need to get our pylons set up. I like to do my pylons at the bottom. I don't think it really matters. I just prefer them this way. So let's go here. And I believe that the glass needs to go on the outside. I could be wrong. We'll find out. And then I think you just shift right click maybe, or just right click. No, right click on that. Yeah. So you right click on the little ball here. Yep. Glass goes on the inside. Just like that. All right. So now let's put the one on top. The last one, and we'll have this one going. Let's have this one go out. Put that there, right click on the ball, have that one go out and this one go in, like so. And now, all we need to do is turn it on. Activate. This thing looks so cool, I love this thing. Let us hook up the energy now. So for coming in, we need a point. And that's going to be power in. Okay. And then for power out, we need a plug. And that's going to be power out. I'd like to take a moment and interrupt this epic moment of getting our reactor core set up to let everybody know we've got a cat. And if you thought it was bad for me to be able to record this episode without background noise with kids, 4 of them, it's immensely harder with this cat. He just wanders around and he talks a lot. He's cute, but he talks a lot. All right, so we've got this set up and now we've got power flowing in. You can see all the little dots flowing into the core here, and there's not a lot flowing out because there's just not a lot of power going out right now. So yeah, it is pumping the power in. And if we look, anytime you want to see where you're at, you can just click on these core stabilizers and it tells you we've filled up 0.016% of the capacity of this thing. It holds 2.14 trillion. Yeah, trillion RF. So yeah, that's, if we fill this thing up, that's enough to last, I mean, forever. But what I don't like is how it's just floating here. We're going to have to come up with some sort of structure, to make it look stable. But it is looking pretty epic. So let's get some building done to get this looking good. But before we do that, let's make sure that we have all of our routes flowing the right way. So we can take these off now, I believe. That is just going power in. Okay. So we can take these guys off. And this is still not draining. Let's turn this to power in also. And it's empty, so all of our power from this capacitor bank setup is now in our Draconic reactor core. And I just put a hole in the side of the nuclear reactor. Public service announcement: don't accidentally put holes in the side of nuclear reactors. It's not a good idea.
I've never seen it. It's kind of scary.
What is he building?
What's it made of?
Can you believe what they're all saying? Mayor Slick would never build anything that could be dangerous or hurt us. He's been a great mayor. I'm the one who discovered that material, and he had Miss Jessica Ballard check it out before he did anything with it.
Maybe so, Ace, but personally, I really don't like it when he makes big changes without discussing with us first. I think we should consider holding an election to see if anyone else might be a better fit for the position of mayor.
Like who? You? Steve, you've only been a part of this village a short time. I've been here from the very beginning, and Mayor Slick has worked very hard to build this place for us from the ground up. When we first started, he worked in the fields with the farmers during the day and patrolled the village at night because we didn't even have any guards. We owe him a great debt.
Terra, what I think Steve is trying to say is that Mayor Slick still tends to think of us as a small village that needs him to make every decision for us. The truth of the matter is that we have grown to the point where we should be able to have more to say in what goes on around here. I've been here longer than almost anyone, and I have nothing but appreciation for everything the mayor has done for us. Maybe it's time we consider finding someone else to take care of the mayor's day-to-day duties. Besides, don't you think he deserves a break?
Can't believe I'm hearing this. After everything that Mayor Slick has done for us, what is wrong with you guys?
Calm down, Ace. All Mechlin and I are saying is that Mayor Slick doesn't have time to meet with every single person in the village anymore. I think it's a good idea for us at least to appoint someone to represent our point of views to him. How else is he supposed to know how we feel about things if we don't communicate with him?
Well, I can see the benefit of that. Plus, I know Desert Town is still struggling to get back on their feet after that horrible tragedy last year. Maybe if we found somebody to help Mayor Slick, he would be able to spend a little bit more time helping them out.
That's a good point, Terra. Perhaps we should talk to Mayor Slick and see what he thinks.
Well, it's been a long day. I'm gonna head home for the night. Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night, Steve.
Thanks for coming, Captain. I got your note. You overheard something at the pub last night you want to talk to me about? So as you can see, now that we're looking at our transfer rate, we've got a net gain of 195,000 RF per tick. Our nuclear power plant over there is generating 202,000 RF per tick, which means we're using about 7,000 RF per tick, and that's all we're using. So yeah, we're using next to no power, and we've got massive power generation, and now we've got massive power storage. Yeah. Huh. I don't know what we're gonna do with all that power, but I don't think we'll ever have issues again. So now let's build this up and make it look good. So this is what I've come up with. It looks a lot better, I think. I feel like it definitely looks supported now. I don't know how I feel about this whole area down here. It seems, I don't know, it seems like there's a lot going on. I thought about adding some like brighter colors to make it look like a big energy beam going up, but I thought that might take away from the brightness of the doodad in the middle, this big old thing. And the little spinny things on the side, you know, I really want those to pop and stand out. So I just wanted to like accent those and also, you know, add support, which I feel like it definitely has support now. So now I've got to figure out where I want to put the big solar panel back up that we did have there. I mean, not that we really need the power generation because we're generating 205,000 RF a tick and we're only using 6,000 RF a tick, so we've got a net surplus of 199,000. Yeah, but you know, solar energy is the way to go, right? So let's we'll figure out a place to put it. All right, so now that that's taken care of, our next job on the agenda is our little babies grew up from last episode. Oh, here's one now. So after looking around to figure out what we need, we're still 9 guards shy of filling up our cap of 30 guards. And we've got a lot of crops. If we come over here and take a look, there's a lot of crops that just aren't being harvested quick enough. And a lot of that is due to how effective the druids are at keeping them fully grown. But I know that, you know, particularly the seeds, we don't have a big supply of seeds right now, which is very important for feeding all these chickens. So yeah, we're going to get a couple of new farmers and 2 more guards. So let's get started. Cassandra Fallenbridge, you're a guard. Wendell Armansi, excuse me, you're a farmer. Mario Webb, you're a guard. Excuse me. Amy Netheridge, you're a farmer. Huh, this used to be so much easier when we had less villagers getting in the way. Alright, so now that that's done, let's get a few more babies cranked out. Close the door behind me. And then we'll have a nice discussion about some plans for the future. Emmy Bass? Who knows? Dodd Coldshore. Nydia Danimark. And Sophia Zatchet. Welcome to the village. Welcome to the village, kids. Tango. Dude. Man. They just get so sad when they have to go to school. It's just pitiful. All right, so for those of you that remember, let's get real and have some conversations about plans for the future. For those of you that remember, the main purpose why I wanted to start this series was to see how compatible TekTopia was with other mods. You know, to try and see if there were any issues, and I did get kind of sidetracked. We've got quite a few mods. I did play through a lot of the content from each mod. You know, EnderIO, we used all the things. We recently added Draconic Evolution, and things seem to be going very well there. Yeah, lots of mods seem to be going well. I have no issues. I noticed when I was doing, you know, the TekTopia Underground series that I had a lot of frame rate issues. But that is a big mod pack, so I don't know what the difference is there. So slowly but surely, I'm gonna start adding some more mods, so that way, you know, we can see how things interact. And if I see any issues, you know, that way people will know, you know, what mods work well with TekTopia and what mods don't. So I'm just gonna start adding some more mods in the near future, just to give you guys a heads up. With the main purpose of discovering what works well together with TekTopia and what doesn't. So I look forward to your suggestions. If you have any mods in particular you want to see how well things work out, leave me a comment and let me know down below, and I will check out those mods and get them installed and see how well they work with TekTopia and the other mods that we've got installed in this series. So unfortunately, everybody, that is all the time we're going to have for this episode. If you liked it, please click that like button, consider subscribing, share this video with your friends, and we will see you in the next episode. Have a great night.